Здравствуйте, товарищи, and welcome to our Let's Play of Grim Fandango Remastered. As many of you may know, or may not know, I actually did a Let's Play of the original Grim Fandango on the channel. It must have been a couple of years ago now, and Grim Fandango is probably one of my favorite adventure games. Definitely my favorite sort of 90s adventure games done by LucasArts. So I was happy that they were bringing this game back to to everybody, to be played once again and to be enjoyed once again. However, I didn't know if I was going to do a Let's Play of it until someone stepped in and actually purchased the game for me. And I'll just give a big shout out to Ryan Vauden, who bought the game for me, and he's like, please do a Let's Play. Please do a Let's Play of the game. And, you know, you just can't refuse a request like that. So shout out and thank you to Ryan for making this possible. And without further ado, I'm just going to hit the new game button. We're going to start our Let's Play of Grim Fandango Remastered. Well, we're going to load into our Let's Play of Grim Fandango Remastered.
Sorry for the wait, Mr. Flores. I am ready to take you now.
Take me? Take me where?
Now, there's no need to be nervous.
Nervous? No. Just your appearance. It's a little intimidating.
Intimidating? Me? But I'm your friend. My name's Manny Calavera. I'm your new travel agent.
I don't want a new travel agent. I want to go home.
You can't go home, Celso. You're dead. But you're not alone. Everybody here is just as dead as you. That's why we call it the land of the dead. Are you ready for your big journey?
No. What journey?
The 4-year journey of the soul. It is quite a big trip. And I can't lie to you, Celso. It could be very, very dangerous. Unless you were to take that money you were buried with and buy a better travel package from us. I mean, wouldn't you rather cross the land of the dead in your own sports car? Maybe try a luxury ocean cruise? Or, if you led a very good life, you may even be eligible for a ticket on the number 9 itself.
The number 9?
That's our top-of-the-line express train. It shoots straight to the 9th underworld, the land of eternal rest, in 4 minutes instead of 4 years. But very few people qualify. Let's take a look at your records. Well, the bad news is the train appears to be just out of your reach, but I still got a couple of tricks up my sleeve here. Yaha! Yes, that's the ticket. The Excelsior line. Yes, she's a beauty. That compass in the handle will sure come in handy, too. Oh, you're going to have a great trip. Wish I was going.
Why don't you? You could give me a lift.
Oh, I can't leave here until I've worked off a little debt to the powers that be.
Community service, eh? Well, I guess there are some folks worse off than me.
Oh, I'll be leaving here soon enough. No thanks to dead and no commission low-life cases like yours, Menso.
Hey, Manny. The boss told me to tell you not to leave early tonight. He wants to talk to you about something when he gets back from his trip.
Tell Don not to worry. I'm not going anywhere. Especially not with clients like that. Where do they get these guys? They don't qualify for anything good, so I can't sell anything good. Can't work off my time, and I'm stuck. Stuck selling walking sticks to a bunch of burros for eternity. I need better clients. I need a real saint. I need a lead on a rich, dead saint. ¿Qué es esto?
So you can tell that, whoops, get a glass here, that at least the character models have been updated, and they actually have like real point and click controls.
It's some sort of special work order.
To all agents from Office Manager Don Copel.
All right, you boneheads, thank your lucky stars and get to your friggin' cars. We have a mass poisoning on our hands. Too many dead to assign specific cases, so all clients are first come, first serve. So let's see some hustle out there.
Whatever you say, Iffy.
So there's a couple other special features in the edition. Oops, that's not what I want. How do I get out of here? So go to special features. There's a the remastered render mode. We can switch back to the original, which we can definitely see. Once you look at the original, there is a lot of improvement. I was actually really disappointed when I first saw the remastered version because I thought there wasn't a lot of upgrade, but yeah, I was respectfully wrong. We can also turn on, excuse me, still recovering from a cold, so we can turn on some of the director's commentary if we want to. And there's some cutscenes, concept art. Look at all this concept art. And then there's some locked concept art. Very sad. Unfortunately, what I really wish they would have done is have an actual true widescreen 16:9 mode, but instead they have this really terrible looking stretched out mode. So we'll just continue to play it in the square bordered mode. And oh yeah, I was gonna turn on director's commentary because, you know, why the hell not? I don't know how it works, but anyway, I know there's something I gotta pick up here. Cards. So this is use or?
Better take these cards. It looks like a long day of solitaire for me.
So this was actually the art test I took.
Oh.
I had to make this whole scene in a day.
Just wouldn't help there.
No. Did they pay you for that? 1 day?
Barely.
Wow.
I was so scared.
How much did you get done?
I think almost all the
Deck of cards just
geometry.
wouldn't help there.
Wow.
In some cases, it used to be an overnight render.
This end cabin is where I hang my cloak. Nothing in there but my cloak. I'm gonna let it air out some more.
Oh yeah, I was gonna actually turn on the voice and text subtitles.
Not picking that up.
All right, I think that there's everything that I need to get in here.
I love pneumatic tubes. If you ever read articles about old New York, there's a lot of stuff about how the tube system was. There was an inter-building tube system too.
Oh, really?
I don't know how that could possibly work.
Okay. Oh, sorry, we cut off
So
the
this was the
director
first scene in the
commentary.
game that we ever actually did with some test assets. So I had, this is when I was proving out, okay, yes, we can do this. It was this hallway scene. We had Manny up, running up and down. We had the security cam, kind of camera switching. We had text on the screen. We had animations. We had geolocation of the sound relative to the camera, the typing just down the hallway. And we had Manny running up and down. It was a really good test scene, and it kind of came to it at the very last second. Like, literally, I was compiling code as people ran in the room because I had a awful bug. But this was sort of like proof that, yes, we have all the elements to make this work. This was the first scene ever put together. And Manny, notice in this scene, Manny hardly ever clips behind anything, and that's partially because I didn't have the buffers working yet. But it was good enough that when people saw it, like, they were really impressed, and I was kind of surprised because I was like the new guy at LucasArts, and was kind of half-assing my way through this, and somehow made everybody really impressed. So I thought
Domino's door
at that point I thought, okay,
probably not a bad idea, actually.
There you go. I can look at her, or I can talk to her.
It's my boss's secretary, Ava.
It's my boss's whipping boy, Manny.
Buenos dias.
Manny, why aren't you at the poisoning?
What poisoning?
The Code 3 gazpacho poisoning that everybody's at but you. Why do I send out memos if nobody reads them?
Where was the poisoning again?
Just ask your driver, for crying out loud. He'll know.
Any messages for me?
Besides the one about the poisoning?
Yeah.
I only have one other message for you, Manny. I'm not your secretary. I don't take your messages. So get it through your thick skull and stop forwarding your phone to me.
All right. But that sounded more like 4 messages to me. Busy as ever, I see.
I'd have more work to do if you had more clients.
Ouch. In my heart, though, you're still my secretary.
Manny, what are you talking about? I was never your secretary, even when you were on top. I got one boss, same as you, Don Copel.
Come on, I know you work for another man besides Don.
What are you talking about?
I know you take memos for Hurley sometimes.
Ah, Manny, just beat it, will ya?
So, you going to the Christmas party?
After the spectacle you made of yourself last year, I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Any good gossip?
Well, I heard Domino got a raise.
Por favor, tell me some good news, why don't you?
I still love you.
You're all I really need, belleza. I forget. Am I supposed to be somewhere right now?
Manny, do I have to explain your job to you again?
Yes.
Well, the Manuel Calavera that I know picks up people in the land of the living.
Dead people?
Preferably. And he brings them here and tries valiantly to sell them the best travel package they qualify for. If he sells them enough premium packages, our hero will be free to leave the land of the dead. Until then, he and I are stuck here, having the same conversation over and over again for eternity.
What if we just skip town tonight? You and me, baby.
Well, thanks for the offer, but we'd never make it out of the city alive.
But
in one piece, I mean.
I bet I could get you out if I really tried.
Oh, Manny, look at you. You're a trapped soul and you don't even know it.
Well, enough about me. What's your job like?
Like babysitting, except I don't get to watch TV.
Why do some clients qualify for better travel packages?
They led good lives.
¿Qué traes? How do you define a good life?
Better than yours and mine.
So what did you do in life to get stuck here?
What I did back in the fat days is none of your business. You know the rules.
All right, that's enough.
I gotta go hit the bricks.
Okay, you show those bricks a lesson.
So, is there a reason that a lot of people who are in administrative positions of power have New York accents? Is that a
Everyone in the jazz era was from New York.
Well, yeah, that's true.
A lot of people don't know that.
Ah, the old head of the department. Way before my time. I heard he was a total slave driver. Yeah, right. How's it hanging? It's locked.
I forgot just how good the dialogue and writing in this game was.
Now this guy, I don't know who this guy is. I think he just paid for the lobby renovation.
Savvy viewers will note that the lobby is based on a real building in San Francisco with Mexican architecture, or Mayan Deco architecture. 450 Sutter,
Hurley, Junior Sales Associates. That better not be me.
The inspiration for the whole business. Yeah, San Francisco's kind of there's a lot of Deco-ish stuff around town, and that was a big part of making this world look the way it looked.
It's locked.
Man.
There she is, the number 9.
I love that mural because it's the 3 ways of traveling in the land of the dead, the car, and the train, and the boat. There's no air travel in the land of the dead. No land of the dead airlines.
Oh, I sold so many car travel packages when I was first starting out. When did I lose my edge?
I think the camera choices in this game were actually pretty fantastic as well. I don't know who's responsible for that. Was it storyboarded or...
Was that you, Pete? Or?
Yeah, probably a little bit. There's a lot of stuff got worked out ahead of time, certainly, and I mean, because we didn't necessarily build full 360 3D worlds. Oh, I mean, well, except for like the offices and stuff.
Looks like some sort of crafty mine. Hey, what's going down, clown?
Hey, back off, suit. I'm practicing.
Practicing what?
Wringing your neck. What does it look like?
Can I walk through your tent? I want to see the parade.
Well, walk through someone else's tent, all right? Do I look like a turnstile to you?
Some festival, huh?
Yeah, pretty busy. My carpal tunnel syndrome's really acting up.
But you don't have any tendons.
Yeah, well, you don't have a tongue, but that doesn't seem to shut you up now, does it?
Bang!
Ah, popped another one. Lousy, bony fingers.
Twist me up one of them, huh, fella?
Yeah. Twist this, all right?
Bet you can't do a cat.
Shows what you know, buddy. I can do anything. I can do birds, amphibians, famous poets. Go ahead, name one.
Oh, I know I need a dead word, but...
Robert Frost.
Trying to stump me, eh?
Robert Frost.
Ta-da!
It's hilarious. Oh, man.
My kid wants another balloon animal.
Jeez, what now?
I know I need the dead
Heck,
worm, though.
that's easy.
That's not what balloons are for. I don't like the way that eye is looking at me. It's huge. I can't open it.
Oh, with that attitude. Can I...
It looks like a rope, but it's really just a bunch of cheap ties tied together.
Can you imagine actually pulling yourself up a little chain of ties that are as long as the, like...
Well, that's what's great about. And then I like the view
like,
down.
He's so...
Oh.
I always liked the music up.
No, listen to it later.
The computers in the game are, I think where you can see Peter Chan's 12 Monkeys like influence, like Terry Gilliam mix of like, I don't know if you call it steampunk, but there's like a lot of analog big tube type things combined with Art Deco and old-fashioned typewriter keyboards.
Well, they had steam and punk in those days, right? But they didn't actually call it steampunk, right?
In the 90s, I think we might
They
have had
did?
steampunk back then. Oh yeah.
Jeez. See, I told you I was from the Mad Men era.
It looks like Don's
They make
rigged his
sure that you
computer to automatically answer his intercom. Not picking that up.
Oh, that's
I'll
the
just
one.
change his auto response here.
Ah, cripes, Ava, just sign it yourself, will you? I'm busy!
To all employees of the Department of Death Bureau of Acquisitions, employees who have made their sales quotas are invited to take the Day of the Dead as a holiday, as long as they make up the time lost on the following weekend. Idiota.
Why can't I?
Don't need it. This place is a mess. This place is a mess. I would love to search Don's office right now, but I'm late for the poisoning. I would love to search Don's office right now, but I'm late for the poisoning.
No, I can't go anywhere else. Right now.
The ties, when Manny later uses the ties to cross over to the roof, he wanted to be more like a little, a little bit more, less adventure game and more sort of skill game where you had to kind of, line up the ties and throw the lasso and hook it on the thing. And I'll be honest with you, that was technically not something I was prepared to do in any way, shape, or form. It was kind of all I could do to make the rest of the stuff work.
No,
so,
I need the scythe.
the ties and the beavers were and actually the shocks on the tree were all supposed to be a little bit more dynamic than a lot of the canned stuff you typically have in an adventure game. We just couldn't do it.
Looks like the boss has gone fishing. Looks like the boss has gone fishing. Not picking that up. No use for it.
Well, the controls, excuse me.
Those are some ugly ties. I can't believe I climbed up that thing. Not picking that up.
How do I get back down? There we go. But yeah, what the hell was I saying? I can't remember what I was saying. Wow, that is just the most depressing thing that has happened to me today. I was in the middle of saying something and then I forgot what I was going to say. God, now that's all I'm going to be able to think about is what I was going to say. Oh yeah, the controls. Now I remember it. Yes. It feels much more natural to have, actual point-and-click controls. I don't know why they didn't do that in the first place. I remember they had like some kind of really weird control scheme where you had to like control them with your fingers.
Elevator code.
Yeah.
Elevator code's the worst, man. Door.
Oh. What do I have? Oh, I do have my sight. Alright, Balloon, Robert Frost, Dead Worm. Okay. Where's this one go? Oh, that's right, to the poisoning.
You hear reverb on the steps, and you hear the reverb on his voice, and that was real-time. It is real-time reverb in a time when we never did that. We always pre-baked the files with reverb, and Jeff really had to fight for, I think it was like 5% of the CPU. But now anything that happens in this garage goes through that reverb. And like to modern game folks, audio people, it's just totally basic, no big deal. But back then it was such a big deal. And he really had to jump through hoops for it, and it's so great.
There you go, learning lots of interesting tidbits about the game.
Mark Hamer, I remember animating that Glottis coming out, and he had to put this thing called a lattice on his butt. And he was like, "What are you working on, Mark?" "Oh, I'm working on the Glottis butt lattice." He was always like working on the Glottis butt lattice to like morph and squash and stretch his butt as it came out of the the door. And so, 3 cheers to Mark Hamer and his Glottis butt lattice. Amazing work, still remembered to this day.
Hey, service!
Hey, who the... Oh, sorry, sir. I didn't expect... Sales agents usually don't come over to this part of the garage.
Hey, you a driver?
Me? Ha! No. I don't ride them, just wrench them.
I'm Calavera. Manny Calavera.
My name's Glottis. I don't get many visitors. Hey! I got a message for a Mr. Calavera. Your driver said that Mr. Hurley said that he could have the rest of the day off.
Domino sent my driver home?
Yeah, wasn't that nice?
Looks like I need a new driver.
Oh! I would agree with that. Yes, you do.
You want to be my replacement driver?
Me? Oh, no. Sorry. Can't. Rules.
Come on, Glottis. I need you to be my driver.
No, I can't. I'm too big.
You're not too big. The cars are just too small.
Yeah, those dang compact cars. Hey, that gives me an idea. I could alter your car just a bit with just a quick torch job to let out the seams, you know? But I'm not allowed to modify the cars without a work order from upstairs. I could lose my job.
A work order, huh?
Yeah. I can't torch anything bigger than a cigarette without one of these signed by the boss himself.
Hey, that's my line. Getting people to sign. Back in a snap.
Yeah, too small. I'm not too big. Everything around here is just too small.
Alright. Now I'm gonna put that back in my coat. I know there's a way. There's supposed to be a button that you can press to switch back and forth between the original and toggle over here mode backspace. So you can go bam, 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 bam.
It's my boss's
It's my boss's whipping boy, Manny.
Eva, I really need the boss to sign this work order.
I'll give it a shot. Mr. Copel, Mr. Calavera has something out here that he says he needs your signature on.
Ah, cripes, Ava. Just sign it yourself, will you? I'm busy.
Hooray!
You'll have to excuse him, Manny. It's probably a really hard crossword puzzle he's got in there today.
Eva, I'm impressed. I had no idea you had this kind of power.
Well, we all have our secrets.
Yeah, the pieces are starting to fall into place. I'm starting to remember what I need to do.
Hey, I look good in this, don't I?
Yeah, well, they say black is slimming.
I'm driving, yeah! I'm driving!
Por favor. I could have walked faster than this. Híjole, I'm gonna miss the poisoning.
Yeah, the land of living. I forgot about this. How awesome everybody looks. Now I want to hear the commentary about how they
Domino.
decided.
The living still give me the creeps.
In the land of the living, the people look horrifying because of that. Have you ever seen that optical illusion where you take a picture of someone from a magazine, you cut rectangles out of their eyes and their mouth, and then you turn them upside down, and they just look like demons?
Oh, yeah, totally.
That's land of the living.
Yeah.
That didn't explain anything, but okay.
Bound only by the paper-thin wrapper of mortality, a soul here lies, struggling to be free, and so it shall, thanks to a bowl of bad gazpacho and a man named Calavera.
What is this crazy music? How did you get it all warp sounding?
Well, that's a great... See, remember that I used to, when I did all the themes for Grim, I carried around a little handheld cassette, right? So I'd go for my hike in the hills in the morning, and I'd carry my little cassette with me, and if something popped in my head, I'd hum into it.
And it drops into a puddle?
Well, those cassettes, I don't know if you remember much about cassette technology, because, you know...
I remember cassettes.
You do?
I made some mixtapes.
They didn't always last, especially the little tiny ones didn't last for a super long time. So, you know, if you used it all the time, which I did to compose, the machine would, the mechanism would start to wear out, especially if it ran out low on batteries. So yeah, that was me sitting at the piano working on that theme for the Land of the Living, which I recorded on the little handheld cassette, and then played it back with batteries that were running out, and recorded that into the digital system for
And
the game.
That's awesome. Was that an accident at first? Or you just ran out of power? an earlier time writing something else?
You know, I can't remember. I think, yeah, it was an accident, but, you know, I kind of meant to do it, too, you know.
No, there's no... I was trying to remember what the music sounded like, but... Okay.
Nice bathrobe.
But we offer several travel package upgrades if you care to.
Cut the yap. I want something cheap where I can get some rest, and that's it.
Ay, ay, ay.
You know, Manny, I could make this car a little faster if you wanted.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh yeah, slam the front into the weeds, tub the rear end, dual blowers popping out of the hood.
You'll get plenty of rest this way, Mr. Martinez, and you'll be safely padded by the foam created when these two chemicals mix, like this.
On second thought, I want to upgrade my package.
Sorry, Bruno, but you didn't qualify for anything better. But here, have this complimentary mug.
No, wait! Can't you find me something